Welcome to The Patty Show. My name is Patty Setiatti, and in this podcast, we'll explore the crossing point of the three P's: passion, pleasure, and positivity, and how they can lead you to your own personal paradise. We'll chat with inspiring guests, share practical tips, and dive into stories that will empower you to live your best life. Let's get the Patty Party started.
Welcome back to The Patty Show, everybody. Woo! Wow, there's a lot of energy today on The Patty Show. Double the energy, double the guests. Before we go on to our double guests over here, welcome back to The Patty Show, y'all. Episode 41, Passion, Limitless Possibilities. Yes, a lot of possibilities out here, you know. Something that's impossible is not, what is it? Hold on. Impossible means it's not possible. So if it's possible, you can do anything you want.
Ooh.
There you go. See? Arigato, all that good stuff. Thank you to the audience. You're getting a raise. You're getting a raise after this. I just want to shout out to my boy Tyler for the last episode. Thanks, man, for sharing your wrestling life, rider lifestyle. He's like an older brother to me. He talked about Satanism. It's kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie to you, but had some valid points. I can't lie. So tune into that episode. Shout out to Squid Game for bringing us together. And yeah, it's a fun episode. Episode 40. Now we're on episode 41. And speaking of Satanism, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Joining me is Lucy. No, I'm kidding. No. We don't need that.
Yeah,
we don't need that. We
We
don't need that. We don't need that. But joining me, y'all, we have two special, lovely guests right beside me on this lovely day in LA. Joining me first, she is the travel-loving friend you want, whether that is in Puerto Rico or even if you're in Krakow, Poland. Okay. Exotic places. She is always down for a good vibe. Doesn't matter where it is, y'all. Doesn't matter. Even if there's a lot of dogs and puppies, you know.
That one.
Mm-hmm. She's an OG friend I can call family. The Guatemalan princess right here, Maria. Give it up for Maria. Yes, thank you, Maria, for coming. Appreciate you. Before we give you your little time for your self intro, of course, we have our other friend right next to you. Okay, joining us as well, we have a passionate career and internship counselor. Oh, passionate. She's making that money. That also loves to travel. She loves to travel, y'all. Okay. She's also someone that is taking care of me during some travels, especially during New Orleans. Oh, God, pre-COVID, we got some stories to tell about that one. Woo! She brings the Haitian pride wherever she goes. Give it up to my sister, Valerie. Woo! Thank you, Val, for coming all the way. Appreciate you both, y'all. Thanks for coming. If you guys could give a little self-intro to everyone out there, you know, background, life story, hobbies, and of course, how we met, how we all know each other, all that stuff. Whoever wants to go first.
Okay, so I'm Maria, as you all know. I met Patty at Fairfield U. Couple of my friends went to Fairfield U, so I would hang out there. And I went to another college, Albertus Magnus College. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm still in school right now. I'm studying sociology and political science.
Okay, double major.
And, yeah.
She's working hard out here. Okay.
She's smart.
What school is it, by the way?
I'm going to community college.
Oh, shout out.
Gateway.
Oh, Gateway in West Haven?
New Haven.
New Haven. One of the Havens, y'all. It's been a while since
One of the Havens.
One of the Havens, you know?
Yeah. And, yeah. Over the summer, I worked in politics a little bit. So.
Okay. So what's the ultimate goal? Like, I know this is great. The 5-year plan or 10-year plan, what do you see yourself doing?
So at the moment, I'm like switching back and forth. I'm not doing anything with politics because I already gave that a shot and I didn't really feel it. But I'm going more towards like human resources or like social work.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Honestly, all those careers, y'all don't know. You got more respect on their names. You know, they do all the hard work and don't get the credits.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're pursuing that.
Crazy.
That's awesome. We love to hear it. Thank you, Maria. Woo! And Val over here. Okay, what we got, Val?
Hi, I'm Valerie. I met Pat at Fairfield for our freshman year in 2016.
Damn, don't even say that. That's crazy.
That was wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
2016.
Almost 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy to think about.
Insane. And I met Maria in high school in 12.
Oh God! Don't even
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you guys went to what high school again?
We went to Colby Cathedral.
The best high school in Bridgeport.
Better than Notre Dame.
Shout out Colby. You know, even though I didn't go there, I know half of the people that went there.
We basically went there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally. I know everybody. Everyone that I know went to Colby for some reason. Lucario, Lucas, everybody. So shout out to everyone in Colby for always being so welcoming.
Yeah. So I went to Fairfield. I did my undergraduate degree in psychology. Then I went straight into grad school. I got my master's in industrial organizational psychology.
Oh, industrial. Hold on. Tell me more about that. What's that exactly?
Yeah. So IO Psych, basically what it is, it's the psychology of the workplace. So understanding how people work, understanding how to make them effective, understanding how to make the workplace effective. Things kind of like that.
So does that connect with like HR?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people who do IO do go into HR.
Networking at its finest right now. This is actually the Patty Show LinkedIn edition. Actually, my LinkedIn, y'all, it's Patty Settiati. Give me some more jobs. I need money. What are y'all? Oh, before we continue, what are y'all socials? LinkedIn's, Tinder profiles, maybe. All that stuff. Anybody?
Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. Say it in Mingle. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking too much about it, man. My mom is gonna kill me. I love you, mom. But yeah, what's your socials, by the way?
So my Instagram is _Valerie089, I think.
089. Unique number. Is that?
And no reason for it at all. Okay. Just 3 random numbers. And my LinkedIn, if you want to connect with me and give me a job, is Valerie.Bien-Aime, BIEN-AIME.
Oh, and what's that from again? The background of that name?
So there's a lot of different translations. I've heard well-liked, I've heard good friend, but it is French.
Bonjour.
Yeah. From the colonizers.
Bonjour. That's the only French I know. What? Je t'aime. Croissant. Jolie. You know who you are. You know, I remember what you taught me.
Multilingual, Pat.
Of course, I'm learning.
Okay, we love it.
You know, I learned Swedish. I don't learn it all. You know who you are. You know, I'm gonna have you on the show eventually. Anyway, I'm sorry. Too much. And what's your LinkedIn and all that stuff? Social security.
I don't remember my LinkedIn, but my Instagram is Maria R. Marin. Marin with 2 A's. So
with 2 A's. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that name derived from?
So Marin, I'm not sure where it's derived from. Probably our colonizers, the Spaniards.
Yeah, we got
you out there.
We see you out there. Give us free plane tickets to Spain.
But it basically means from the sea.
Oh. Well, that explains the luscious locks over here. Exactly. You know, and your family is from where again?
Guatemala.
Yeah, shout out Guatemala out there.
Shout out Guatemala. Shout out my chapines.
What is that, Japanese?
No, that's
I was like,
Japanese.
I was like, wait. Raw, yeah. What is it, Japanese?
So,
Japanese?
Chapines.
Oh, with a CH.
Yes.
I thought it was with a J. She said, arigato.
No, that's basically what you call someone from Guatemala.
Oh, so
in a chapin.
Oh, okay. So there's different. Okay. Yeah. And then what's it for Haiti? What do they call them? The Zos?
Yeah.
The Zos! See, I thought Haitian too. But my Zos, that, you know what I'm saying? I love that, I love how, different cultures have those, what is it called? Words of endearment for people. That's my Zos. And then, for the Puerto Ricans, the Boricuas out there, shout outs, Yeah, all of them. Shout out. You know who you are. You're going to be on the show eventually. Stop playing. Speaking of that, though, Maria, we did have our fun time in...
We did.
Oh, man.
Puerto Rico.
Yes. That was 2018, maybe 19. I forget.
I think it was 2018.
Yeah. Which is... Damn, that's been a while, actually.
A while.
Yeah, we had that was a crazy week. Shout out to everyone on that tree.
Do you remember it, Patty?
Oh, of course I remember. I remember everything about it.
As much as I do.
Of course. What was your highlight of that trip, by the way?
Do you remember when we went walking on that hill or castle? Was it?
Oh my God!
And they were they were flying the kites on the hill. Yeah. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, that stuff is just so beautiful. Oh my goodness, the view is amazing, and then the architecture. Even though it's the colonizers again, You do have great architecture skills. So besides the problematic stuff, it was gorgeous. Yeah. That was a fun time.
Remember La Placita?
Girl, I'm gonna
I know you remember.
Patty Placita. I love that place. if y'all don't know, it's basically a plaza of just music, vibes, energy.
Yeah.
Woo! Everyone's so kind over there too. Like so welcoming. I don't know a lick of Spanish, but I was learning.
The vibes were great.
It was a fun time. We gotta get another trip back, yo.
Yeah.
Maybe go to Puerto Rico.
Down.
Let me know. Let me know when. That's the flight isn't too bad. From LA, it's kind of expensive, but maybe we meet in New York first and then head down together. We love traveling.
Yeah.
Speaking of crazy travels, I didn't mention New Orleans, and Val knows about the crazy times over there.
Oh my!
Oh
God.
yes. She basically kept me alive. So shout out to her.
I wouldn't give myself that much credit.
She definitely did, because our favorite nights was what we call the fishbowl nights. Yes.
Oh
Now, could you tell the story of the fishbowl night, please?
So it started during the day. We had gone out to New Orleans, and they give you these literal fish bowls, like this
it's
big.
It's literally the size of. It's probably bigger than a fishbowl, to be honest.
Honestly, it probably is bigger than a fishbowl, and it's full of hurricane, which I guess is a very common drink.
Wait, that's a drink? See, I didn't even. That's how bad it is. I didn't even know what it is.
So the drink was a hurricane, and we were walking down Bourbon Street drinking the fishbowl. We were in the park drinking the fishbowl. It was great. We went back to the hotel. We changed. We drank more. We went out. We wanted to go eat. We didn't eat because a few things happened to a few different people.
You know, that is not my fault. You know that. Shout out Lucas. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for mopping the floor, bro.
Oh my gosh, poor Luke.
Yeah, I think there might be a video of him like.
They're on it. I think there
just
is
like mopping the floor. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah.
Because what happened is the place we were going to eat at, there was only one person working.
Yeah.
So he didn't even see that.
Someone had.
Yeah, me. Okay, I left like a puddle of is a red color, so we didn't eat anything. So it was just everything that came out was just the hurricane out of my body. And so Lucas goes in the back and grabs the mop. So he's a real one for that. He's a real
such a Lucas thing.
Yeah. So responsible. We love you, bro.
Yeah.
He's just mopping, and then someone's in the bathroom, and then someone throws up in the middle of the street, and we're like,
"Oh my god,
time to go home, everybody." But yeah, so yeah, that was a crazy time. New Orleans, also another great trip.
Yeah, that was an amazing trip overall. Like, it was such a good time.
Yes,
we were talking about it earlier today. Even like when we were sitting in the hotel watching the train to Busan, like it was still an amazing time just because we were all together. We were seniors, like we had adult money. Like it was fun. It was a great time.
Yeah. Oh man, that was right before COVID too, right?
Right. Literally the next day, the cops were driving through Bourbon Street, shutting everything down.
Wow.
Which insane.
It is crazy to think about, like perspective, how our life would be so different. Imagine if COVID never happened.
Yeah.
Like, would we be here? Would we have kids already?
Yeah.
No kids, right? Nobody? Updates? No?
No
okay,
kids.
I thought it was going to be like, what's it, the Maury shows? I'm actually pregnant. I'm like, damn. Surprise.
We're on the Patty show.
I know, for real.
Not yet.
Marie, not yet. Oh, no. Sorry. Welcome to the Patty Daddy Show. My baby mama's coming. No.
Baby mama's.
Oh, that's my cute Talib. Sorry, everybody. What's your Nah, I want to have multiple baby moms. That's too much responsibility, you know? And too much money. You know, LA is expensive out here. How do you guys like LA so far, though, by the way?
Oh my gosh.
It's great. I actually really like it. I'm not going to lie.
The people are so nice, too.
Yeah. Like,
everyone's so welcoming, and you're literally walking down the street, and everyone says hi to you. Like, we don't get that in Connecticut.
No.
Yeah, it's tough to find, especially Bridgeport. It's tough. Like, this morning, we went on a little walk, y'all, near Playa del Rey, Playa Vista area. Literally, just some cute uncle guy just fishing. And he was like, hey guys, like just saying hi, good morning.
Yeah.
And what was that lesson he taught us, Maria? Do you remember?
Size does not matter when it comes to fishing.
Don't say that last part. Say it again, though. You said size. Put it on blast. Way to go.
Size does not matter.
Thank you very much.
No,
don't say that last part now. But he literally said that. I was like, okay, uncle. Okay, uncle. You got it, uncle. A super nice guy. And then we were just walking around, everyone just smiling, having a good time. I guess, and even though it was raining too, they were like super cheerful.
Yeah.
So that was a good surprise.
And we did see some dolphins.
Yes. Don't forget about that. Shout out the dolphins. Val's energy right there. Her spirit animal is a dolphin.
Yeah, literally.
It was just, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was a good vibe. I don't know how she caught it though, because my vision is terrible. But also, like, you know, the dolphins look similar to the water. So she just had the vision. Yeah. She had the aura. Val was like,
They were so close though.
Literally, they were like right there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they probably touched the sand at that point.
Honestly,
how close? Yeah, right. How close it was to the beach and everything. It was so. But first you were like, "Is that a shark?"
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking out, and I literally just see like a little fin coming out of the water, and I'm like, "What the heck is that?" And the more I watch it, eventually we realize it was a dolphin. Because I don't think a shark would get that close.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hope a shark wouldn't.
I hope not.
Yeah.
But and also I don't think sharks do the little
like the dive.
Any marine biologists out there? I don't know, because a shark would probably just go like this, right? Like a straight line.
Yeah, maybe. Fast, right?
Right? They'll be like, "I'm coming." The dolphin was like teasing a little bit.
Yeah.
Cute Jaws music in the back.
Yeah,
right.
No. Like, that's a new soundtrack, you know. But the dolphins were actually following us too, because Val's energy right there.
No, it was me. They just loved me. I don't know what it is.
You know what?
Great.
It's easy to love you, girl. This is my flower section for both of y'all. Thank you. Oh, I love this. Man, my studio artist is killing it today, man. Man, we from Bridgeport, but not with the Bridgeport budgets. Come on, that part. But y'all, flowers to both of y'all. Thanks for coming to LA. Thanks for seeing me after such a long time. I love friendships that are like, even though we haven't seen each other for months, sometimes years, I haven't seen her in ages, we come back like we saw each other yesterday kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find friendships like that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, at least from personal experience, you know, living in a big city like in LA, there's a lot of fake people out there, you know, and I'm sure with you guys, you can understand. There's like, adulting it's ghetto, you know, paying bills, everyone has other stuff to do. So it's always nice to connect with people you care about and you love, and you guys, day ones, y'all. You all have been there when I was, you know, taken, when I was a young man, when I was still in my late teens. Now we grown out here, you know, dealing with crazy grown-up problems that I can't mention on the show.
Yeah.
You know, that, let's say it rhymes with cluck.
No.
We won't talk about it. Maybe that's the OnlyFans version of the Patty Show podcast.
I thought your mom watches this.
She does. I love you, Mom. We love you. We love you.
Love you, Mom.
We love you. Thank you so much. You know, it could be truck. You know, we don't really know.
Yeah.
But but you guys running back to the whole Kobe days, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you say you guys are both different from the first time y'all met?
Oh my gosh.
I know, at least for myself, I think I've definitely grown more. I've definitely matured more. When I was younger, I kind of thought I had my life figured out and I knew everything that was going to happen and I had a plan. And clearly that did not happen. But I kind of learned to be okay with that. And I learned that that's a part of life and I learned to grow with it. I think that would be like the biggest difference from then to now. Other than that, I hate to say I'm basically the same.
Yeah. I think from then to now, I'm definitely more gracious.
Oh, I like that word. I like that word.
In high school, I feel like that's the time where you're learning the most about yourself and learning the most about your family and your friends around you. And like that also comes with adulting too, right? Yeah. So I don't know, just being more gracious about like what I went through, what I learned, you know.
I think a lot of that has to do with like perspective too. Mm-hmm. I think now, like, especially now, we have more time as adults now. It's funny to think how like high school was, well, how many? Oh, damn.
10?
Too many.
10 years ago. College was like a while too, less than 10 years ago, but it feels like we're
5 years, it's our reunion.
Yeah, 5. Goddamn, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, our reunion is next.
Woo, that's crazy. Oh my God, yeah. Maria's basically also a stag too, because she would always come all the time too.
Yeah.
She basically would have a Fairfield as well. There you go.
Diversity.
Yes.
Diversity room.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Oh my God, you know the communal lounge diversity? Oh my God, I missed that. See, we were talking about this earlier about like how adulting life and then like college life is so different with like the social circle, people in the same age. Now it's hard to find people in your same age range. Like you mentioned, the other job you were at, everyone was like 60.
Yeah.
So it's like they're married and all that stuff. Yeah. So it's hard to find a significant other. Maria, help me find my wife, please.
We got you.
Please. Thank you very much. I need a good Christian mingle, maybe? Christian mingle. I don't know if anyone's out there.
Maybe Mormon mingle.
Oh, that don't mess all the Mormons. I don't know if I could blend in with that one. I'd probably get banned from Mormon mingle. You're like, this guy, he's been on another website.
He's sus.
Yeah, he's like, what's he doing over there? We were talking about the dating scene before, though. In Connecticut, how is it like over there, Val? Anything crazy out there? You're like,
trash.
You heard that?
Trash.
You heard that sigh though? Trash. How is it online? What's the
online is trash? In person is trash. It's all trash.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That means we're gonna become what is it called? Priests and become saints.
Yeah. I'll be a nun.
Be a nun, and then but you want to have a lot of kids though.
That's true. So I can't be a nun.
So yeah. So you're a nun. If you're a nun, you can't have any kids.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Actually, so if you have kids and your significant other dies, and then your kids are over 18 and like basically able to take care of themselves, you can become a nun.
Okay, that sounded like a lot of steps.
Oh,
so you
it
said
is a lot of steps.
Say it again. So if you have
kids,
if you have kids already,
and then you become a widow, so your husband dies.
A widow, okay.
And then your kids are over 18 and like able to take care of themselves, and you decide later in life, I want to become a nun. You can become a nun.
Fascinating. That's a lot of steps. Actually.
That is a lot of steps.
That's a lot of steps.
What about priests? Can priests?
Oh yeah.
I think it might be the same thing. So I do know we have a priest who actually was in the seminary, left the seminary, went on, got married, lived his life. His wife died, and now he's a priest. So it can happen. I don't know how it works with kids, but I don't see why the process wouldn't be the same.
And the seminary, what is that?
So the seminary is basically like the school for priests, like when they're becoming priests.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fascinating. So a priest and a pastor is different?
Yeah. So like, it also depends what denomination you're looking at, because they also have different definitions. But usually in the Catholic faith, a priest is just anyone who's like ordained as a priest, and then a pastor is someone who oversees the church.
Fascinating. We're learning a lot today, y'all. All these different religions. It's because Val, you used to work at the what's it called?
Diocese. Yeah, I used to work at the Diocese of Bridgeport as a diversity program manager. Yeah. Technically, I'm still there till August, part-time, finishing up projects.
There we go. Awesome. And what is the word diocese come from? And I love the name. It's so unique. I love it. Diocese.
I have no idea.
That's fair.
I'm so sorry.
I was just kidding. That's fair. I didn't know either. Maria, you know the diocese?
No idea.
How do you spell it again? D-I-O?
D-I-O-E-C-C. You know, English isn't my first language, okay? Spelling is hard.
It's tough out here. Honestly, we need like a bingo song for that. You know, B-I-N-G-O.
Literally.
B-I-O-S-C. We'll work on it.
We'll figure it out.
We'll work on the song. Speaking of songs, they actually have a mixtape. No, they don't. I'm kidding.
I was going to say, what?
Yeah. I did some crazy
What secrets did you
No. Now, we do have some crazy secrets right here. Maria. I'm curious about your experience. You know, you love to travel. You know, high school, you were very active. Tell me about that World Youth Day in 2016 when you were in Poland.
Yes. So World Youth Day 2016, I think I had just graduated high school, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the summer after I graduated high school. I think a group from my diocese of Bridgeport.
Oh, there we go. Shout out to Diocese again. Diocese. D-I-O something. C-E-S. And Diocese was their name. Oh, there we go.
But yeah, we went to Poland to do a couple activities, actually. I actually met the Pope out there.
Oh my goodness.
There were
R.I.P. Pope Francis.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Oh, so you met wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, fun fact, actually, in Guatemala, I forgot what Pope it was, but a Pope built my grandpa's house in Guatemala.
Oh my goodness.
I don't remember which one it was. I just found that out recently. Yeah. Poland was fun. I did a lot of activities, a lot of tourism.
Where in Poland exactly? What city?
So I stayed in Krakow.
Krakow.
Yeah. I visited Auschwitz. And yeah.
Man, Poland's a fun place. I've been to Warsaw, Poland.
I've been to Warsaw.
Yeah,
okay.
Warsaw is fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Warsaw.
Yeah, something like that. Because, like, you know, the W's are like the...
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's fun, man.
What'd you do in Poland?
Oh, man, I don't know if I can say it on the show. It was fun, though. Solo traveling in Europe. I recommend everyone do it. You know, backpacking, hostel living, all that stuff. You know who you are. You're going to be on the show eventually, too. Anyway, Poland is a fun time. I'm not going to lie.
Shout out Poland.
And then the food, the pierogies over there.
Oh my god, the pierogies were
bussin'.
so
It's a little dumplings out there. And I'm Asian. So, the fact that they have white people make dumplings.
So you approve?
I approve. It's
okay.
I guess the
golden
stamp.
patty stamp. You know what I'm saying? I speak for all my Asian brothers and sisters. Stamp. It's so good. No, like because they have the fried version of it too. It's pretty similar to like the Chinese dumplings actually, like the vibe. But obviously the filling is like different because they have like the different meats and the cheeses in there. Because I don't think we do that in China. If they saw that in China, they go crazy. They're like, well, God, you're definitely a European person. You definitely did this. He's colonizers trying to take our stuff. But no, Poland's a fun time. I really love Poland.
Yeah, Poland's fun.
Yeah, and it's like near a lot of the other countries. Like Germany's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys end up like traveling to other places besides Poland, like taking the bus anywhere or train?
So we did. No.
Mainly stayed within?
We stayed within, like, Krakow and Warsaw we traveled to for a day.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, I love the architecture over there.
Yeah.
It is a lot of walking, though. But that's usually Europe. That's why they're more healthy than us, to be honest.
I will say, I went when I was younger, so there were a lot of, like, age restrictions on things. And, like, the group I was with had a curfew. So I was like,
shout out to the diocese right there.
A couple people actually did sneak out. I remember that. Like my next door neighbors, they snuck out and got caught.
Damn. Or was that just you, Maria? Oh. Mom, we love you. Don't watch this part. No, that's so cool. So it was, everyone was the same age as you, like just graduated, or were there some people still? About. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. What is World Youth Day exactly, by the way?
So I think Val's going to have to help me out with this one, but it's basically like the whole world coming together to celebrate our religion.
So
it's more than that.
Kind of what World Youth Day is, and I'm no expert by any means, but it was an initiative started by one of the many, many popes the Catholic Church has had to try to kind of re-engage the youth into the faith. Because, as I'm sure you guys probably know, the Catholic Church, it's a lot of older people who tend to follow it strictly. Not saying that there aren't a lot of young people, it's just not that many. So the point of World Youth Day was to try to bring together all of the young individuals within the faith, ages 18 to 35, I think it was. I think now they raised it to 40, so it's like 18 to 40 qualifies as a young adult. And then just bring them all together. We do catechism, which is just where we, learn a little bit more about our faith, learn a bit more about what we believe and why we believe it. They have different kind of like, think of them like pop-up shops or like different panels where they can learn about different things related to our faith. It can be about the rosary. It can be about a saint. It can be about anything. They do reconciliation. So they have like literally a park full of priests, to do confession. Actually, World Youth Day this year, Pope Francis was out there doing confessions.
Wow.
They do a huge Stations of the Cross where like each country basically gets to represent their station in their own artistic way. So like some countries would do dances, some countries will do plays, some countries will do songs. Like it's a lot of cool things. And then at the end, there's like a picnic with the Pope and like kids sleep out and camp out.
Yes.
And yeah, so that's really what it is. Yeah, it's just a great day for kids of the same faith to kind of come together and like share in their faith and be in community with people who believe the same thing they do.
Awesome. And it's every 4 years or what's it? Is there like a time span?
I think it is every 4 years.
That's like the World Cup then. It's the Catholic World Cup.
Yeah.
Wait, so and it's always hosted in a different country? Okay, rotating all this stuff. The next one I think you guys mentioned was in
2027. It's going to be in South Korea.
Wow,
if you'd like to go.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so Korea, maybe that's our Korea trip, y'all.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe it's also funded. Shout out to the
fingers crossed. Bishop Caggiano. He's the bishop of the Diocese of Bridgeport.
Oh, we all have to hit him up. Like,
Bishop Caggiano, send me to South Korea.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. Well, so for your trip, for example, it was all sponsored by them too?
No, I had to pay it.
Okay. I was just making sure. I was like, damn, I'm going to have to pull some strings because traveling is expensive.
It's so expensive.
Expensive. And we all love to travel here, y'all. Speaking of traveling, I'm curious now. Give me your favorite travel destination on a budget. on a budget.
Okay.
Yes, I know because they've been to a lot of places, so I have to like make it specific. On a budget, I'm talking like let's say we go for a week. I need less than $1,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, less than 1,000. Yeah.
Is this like tickets included?
Tickets, hotel, or stay, food.
It's tough, right? Because it depends on like where you guys fly off. From, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, if I fly from here and then to so let's say let's include the tickets.
Include everything.
Yeah, okay. from like you guys usually fly out JFK. Yeah, from there.
Outside the country.
It can be outside, it can be inside, whatever.
Honestly, now with Avelo flying to Puerto Rico, so they're an airport in New Haven, which is about 30 minutes
from us. Is that
that
purple one?
Yeah.
Avelo, okay.
So their flights are reasonably priced. Granted, they're not the best airline right now because of some other reasons.
What happened?
But,
the wing just fell off?
No. I don't know. It's a bit political.
Okay. Yeah. We don't like to. Well, yeah, let's just say there's some other drama.
Yeah, there's some other things going on with the airline right now.
Messy.
Just a bit messy.
A little bit problematic, you know?
But flights to Puerto Rico from there are pretty cheap.
And you can fly from New Haven, you said?
And you can fly from New Haven.
That's amazing. Y'all don't understand, y'all, because with Connecticut, we love Connecticut, you know?
Yes.
But it's honestly just an in-betweener. So it's like, it's close enough to Boston and New York that, like, usually when you travel around, people ask you, where are you from? I just say either Boston or New York.
I'm like, I live right outside of New York.
Because they say Connecticut, you're like...
Literally.
Like, what's Connecticut?
My family to this day still thinks I live in Connecticut, New York. Like...
Everyone from Guatemala is like, oh, we're going to go to Connecticut, New York.
Literally.
They're like, what is that?
Yes. Yeah. My uncle's radio personnel in Guatemala. And for my birthday, he like sent me a shout out, right? So he was like, shout out to my favorite niece in Connecticut, Guatemala, in Connecticut, New York.
On the whole radio show is crazy.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
so much. We're gonna have to have you on the Patty Show, bro. Just so we can talk about that, man. That's so funny. Oh my god. Yeah. So Puerto Rico, that's a good trip, actually. Yeah. You also don't have to change currencies.
Yeah.
People speak English.
Exactly.
La Placita is fun. I gotta go again. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Maybe that's our next trip, y'all. Mini trip. Let's meet there again. That'll be a fun little time.
Let's do it.
What about for you, Maria? What you got for budget?
For me?
Yes.
So I was gonna mention Puerto Rico, but I was also gonna mention a cruise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cruises are actually like really cheap.
Is it really though?
Get them at the right time. Yeah.
How do you recommend booking? I've never done a cruise at all, so walk me through like the process, like how many months before, how many people should come on, and like other stuff. Anything?
So for cruises, I would definitely recommend maybe like doing like 6 months before because they just keep increasing as the time goes.
Really? Okay. Okay.
And they offer like drink packages. Like I don't know exactly how much they are, but it's like unlimited drinks per day.
That's dangerous though.
So if you're planning on partying or drinking, then get that drink package and it'll be like, let's say like $200, $300. But you don't know.
Yeah,
you don't have to,
after one night, you can get a fishbowl's worth of alcohol, you know? But that's dangerous. See, like the all-inclusive stuff, because I did it for my friend. He was getting married in Puerto Vallarta, fun time, Mexico. But it was all-inclusive, everything. That was so dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Because, you know, and then they come to you, too. Everyone's so nice. Obviously, I look like a tourist, so they want to keep coming. Like, hey, sir, you want to... And I'm like, sure, shots. Like, so... I don't know. That's a tough one, but yeah, that does save up a lot of money, though, budget-wise. And does that include food too, or?
Yeah. So you get free food every. I think it's like 3 times a day. You got breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Wow, and what cruise line have you used before?
So I went on Royal Caribbean with my boyfriend in. I want to say like March of last year or June.
Oh, Royal Caribbean. Is that the one with those upside down pineapples?
Oh my gosh, yes. If you ever go on a cruise and you see upside down pineapples on the doors, just know you're in for some trouble.
If you want to see Bikini Bottom,
Yeah, you really will.
You don't see Bikini Bottom, all right. Oh, man. Oh, God. So you didn't walk into any of those upside down pineapple rooms, were you?
Thank God I didn't.
Okay.
God I didn't.
We don't
That's
judge,
all I
though.
have to say.
If anyone does it, do your thing.
Yes, no judgment
have
at all.
fun, have a pleasurable life, enjoy. Val, you've also done a cruise ship though, right?
Yeah.
Where at though? Which cruise ship?
So I did a Carnival cruise. They're very much family friendly. So I went on a trip with like my aunts and my mom and my
nice.
cousins and everything. It was a great time. And kind of like Maria said, you have unlimited food. I was not 21 at the time, so I could not do the drink package. However, on certain islands, the restriction was 16 or 18, so I could drink on the islands.
Okay.
Just put it out there. But if you're not 21, don't drink. Alcohol it's gross. It's disgusting. Gross.
And it's also expensive. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it's very family friendly. Like they have a lot of things for kids on board. They have a lot of things for adults. Funny enough, me and my cousins, we went to basically like an adult scavenger hunt. And it wasn't anything crazy. But it was definitely an experience that you have to kind of go through to understand.
Interesting. So you guys
I was with my cousin, so clearly it wasn't that bad.
Okay. So there was upside down pineapples. that's the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Val, come on now. I'm gonna call the diocese. For real. Adult scavenger? I'm calling the diocese on you now.
God.
Okay.
What prize were you getting, huh?
We didn't win, so I don't even know.
Oh, okay. If she did, then that's when the upside down pineapple.
Yeah.
There we go. Please don't search that up, kids. If anyone wants to see, please don't look it up. Please don't.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. Like I said, we don't.
Wait till you're at least 18, please.
Yes.
Right.
So, and you mentioned like how some destinations were like 16 and up for alcohol.
Yeah.
For these cruises, where did you guys? What was the route exactly, and how long do you recommend being on a cruise? Because for me personally, I don't like the ocean like that. I do, but like being on a ship, I feel like more than 5 days, I'll be like, give me home.
Yeah.
Like, what's a good sweet spot, you think?
Yeah, I know for me, usually like 7 days are good enough. But that's kind of if you want more of a long trip. I know like their 3-day trips or their 4-day trips are like extremely popular. And they do a lot of those like in the Bahamas or around the Caribbean. So I would prefer like a bit longer, not like the 11-day, 12 days. Those I think are way too long.
I've seen those. Those look tempting, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, so sorry, changing topics a little bit. Okay. There's this kind of cruise that goes through all 7 continents of the world, and it's like 6 months to a year. And
it's the same ship that goes around?
It's the same ship.
How does it survive
I couldn't tell you how, but it does it. And that's one I'd love to go on. But however, that's not in the budget. It's like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that sounds insane. Okay. Maria, what about your route? What was your route when you took yours? You said, what was the cruise line again?
So I went through Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean, sponsor the Patty Show. Stop playing. We'll review it, all that good stuff.
I think we went for 7 days, and it wasn't too bad. It was my first cruise.
Nice. And you guys, what port did you guys leave out of?
We went through Port Canaveral in Florida.
Oh, okay. So most of them are in Florida, usually the main ports?
I think so, but there's some in New York.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
They even have some in LA.
Oh, I think I did see a commercial. Oh, this is bad, actually. This ad was like, 20% off for the new, because they're making a new route to, I don't know where they're going to, but all I know is like 20% off because of something, so I might have to check that out. Tempting.
Yeah.
But Florida usually has like a lot, right?
Yeah. They had a lot of cruise ships when we got there. But yeah, we did Bahamas, Jamaica, Haiti, and I think that's it.
Okay, Caribbean.
Yeah, but
shout out to all my Jamaicans out there too. You know who you are. I want to go to Jamaica. Honestly, that's why. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Wagwan, my youth. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. Mr. Worldwide. Pitbull, give me your new name, man. You're retired. But he's not, though, because I saw...
He's definitely not.
I know, he's still making money.
He's still on... Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy how music, like, really takes you back. A lot of some of his songs take me back to, like, the college days, you know?
Yeah.
When, like, a song out of nowhere, you hear it, and you're like, you have exact flashback.
Yeah.
You're like, especially a lot of those Caribbean songs. Vibes Cartel, shout out to dancing and all this stuff. Speaking of dancing, Val, you were a dancer, or still a dancer, with what group?
Oh, it's Remix.
Remix. Yeah. What's the thing again?
Something. Yeah.
Remix. Yes.
Yeah. In college, I was on our hip hop dance team called Remix. It was great. We did, honestly, even though we were a hip hop dance team, we did like a lot of different genres. Mm-hmm. Like we did some contemporary music. Before Remix, actually, I was on WIPA, which didn't exist anymore. Like after I think my freshman or sophomore year, like they stopped. Mm-hmm. So once WIPA like didn't exist, we did a lot of like Spanish music. And it was great. It was a great time. I love dancing. I don't dance anymore because who has the time?
But she wants to do a dance class in LA, though.
Yeah, we're looking. Any recommendation? Oh, we'll be gone by the time.
Well, don't worry. I have a lot of recommendations for y'all because we want to see Maria go crazy because she's also dance machine as well. If you guys haven't seen. Sorry, mom. Too much. Weapon was fun though. Honestly, the line dance. That's how I learned a little. Bachata, all that stuff. Woo! I gotta do a DR too, man. Okay, mommy, stop playing.
Pat's gonna go to the dancing class with us.
Oh my god.
Oh, they crazy. I already did
show exclusive.
Oh my god. My ankle would pop out of the socket.
Watch out for some bloopers.
Oh man, oh god. Dance classes I've done a couple in LA and oh man, everyone is so talented. Like the funniest thing is whenever someone's like, oh, this is my first time,
and then they kill it.
They do a head spin. I don't know. I'm like, bro, you're lying, girl. Stop lying.
Right.
Like she's like, I was just classically trained for 5 years of my life, and then like. Yeah. Like, oh my goodness, super talented. We love that. Dancing is fun. But instruments wise, you played the flute, you said?
I played the flute in middle school.
There we go.
Shout out my band teacher, Miss Cancelleri.
There we go. What's her name?
Cancelleri.
Miss Cancelleri. Oh, okay.
I do feel bad I did not learn a lick of how to play the flute, but all good.
Well, that's what we love, because we eventually want to teach our kids that. To do all the different activities, dancing, playing the flute, rugby.
Rugby, yeah.
Also, she's a rugby player. You still do a little rugby?
I'm technically retired, but I'll go back every now and then when I kind of got the itch for the game.
Okay, what made you want to jump into rugby? Because that's a hard sport, y'all. I don't know if anyone's ever tried it.
It's really not that bad. It's so dramatic. So my cousin played football when he was younger, and I don't know. I always wanted to play football because I thought it was really cool. No, literally, there's no rhyme or reason. But Fairfield 1 didn't have a football team, and even if they did, girls wouldn't be allowed to play. So at the activity fair one day, I saw the rugby team, and I was like, oh, like this looks really cool. I'm going to try it out. So I was going to do it freshman year, but then I didn't play, so I had no time. And then I tore my meniscus. Before I started playing rugby, I tore my meniscus. I did not tear my meniscus playing rugby. Rugby's not that bad.
Wait, how did you tear your meniscus before one of the crazy?
To be honest, I don't know. But it was before I played rugby, so don't blame rugby.
It's probably from all the dancing and the fun nights.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Gotham, you know where you are.
Anyway.
And I'm not talking about Batman City, If you know, you know. What a funny time. Yeah, we've had a lot of funny memories, y'all. Yeah. Shout out to everyone's place, too. All the craziest substances that we had fun with.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kool-Aid. That's what we're talking about, of course. Kool-Aid and trees.
Apple juice.
And trees. We love you, Mom. We love you, Mom. Well, guys, thanks again for coming to the Passion. Appreciate you guys. Let's start talking about our talking points. We're just catching up, y'all. That's what we do. All the vibes. Our first talking point today, discovering your passion. Okay. My first question is, what activity makes you lose track of time?
I think for me personally, it's talking. Like I talk to my boyfriend about this all the time. Like we ask each other, like, what is our favorite thing to do? And it's literally just talking, spending time with your loved ones. Like we don't have to do anything. Like I'll literally just sit down and talk with my mom for hours, right? With you guys, like what have we done all day? Like just talking.
Yeah, literally,
literally just talking, catching up, and that's like it. Yeah.
I think I'm still kind of discovering what my passion is right now. I like hanging out with like my godson or my younger cousin, spending time with family overall. I'm retired from rugby, but when I do go back, I think that's a great time. Like you said, spending time with my friends. Like we love to do karaoke. I can't sing for the life of me, but I'm still gonna scream at the top of my lungs like I can. And I think that's kind of really where my passions lie. So spending time with the community I've built for myself and those who really love me and care for me.
I love that. Well, more flowers to you guys. I love how thank you, guys. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, you know, Mr. Worldwide.
That was good, Pat.
Gracias. All right, we can cut it right there. I'm learning it all right now. But you know, I love how these two are like, I'm so nervous for the podcast, and then they're like, I'm passionate about talking.
I'm passionate. I like to talk, just not on camera.
Well, the camera's not even there. It's just us talking. You know, time is flying by, and I'm grateful again for you guys coming here today, y'all. My next question kind of goes along with that, but if resources were unlimited, what passion project would you pursue? And it can be any type of project. It can be one involving children. It can be maybe making a film, a book, whatever it is. If, you know, resources were unlimited and we're sponsored by all our sugar daddy, sugar family, all that stuff, you know?
I think I would definitely like do something more in the aspect of like trying to help like undocumented folks out, you know, like I know there's a lot of undocumented folks out there that don't get Medicare, don't get like rent assistance or whatever the case may be to like live in this country right now. I would definitely do something like that. Like I have a mentor named Robbie, and she made her kids learn Spanish so they can help them out. Like help undocumented folks out and like translating paperwork or whatever they need help with. And that was really inspiring to me. So I would love to do something like that.
Wow, that's awesome. And especially with the degree you're working on, you can definitely like intersect with all that. That's
for sure.
Girl, that's a shout out to, what's the mentor name?
Robbie.
Shout out to you.
Robbie.
Come on now. Yeah, Spanish is hard, so I respect that to the kids. Like I would teach my kids all the languages.
She's actually from California.
Oh, West Coast.
Yeah.
You know how we do out here. That's amazing. We love that. And what about for you, Val? What project?
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is a project per se, but I think if resources were completely and utterly unlimited, I would probably start a family. I don't know. There's something about like raising a family that I know it's exhausting, it's tiring, it's a lot of work. Not a lot of people want to do it, which is completely fine. But there's something special about kind of raising someone and being there for them and helping them grow and discover the world that I really I feel drawn to.
And you do amazing with that. She helps a lot of the youth out there with all your work in all the different offices that she did a lot of the offices, you know, all of the different offices, all of the youngins out there. That's why she has TikTok too. She's paying attention to the new generation out there.
Yeah, that's why I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, there you go. Of course. And she always took care of me, of course. She always took care of us. She's usually the mom of the group when let's say we overindulge.
Right.
Overindulge, you know, especially at this is a random memory. You remember when we went to rugby formal?
Yeah.
Fun time. Thank you, Val, for taking me there. What a crazy house that was.
Yeah. Oh, rugby formal is always interesting.
Yeah, the floor was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a lot of cans and all.
A lot of cans, a bit sticky.
Yeah, and near the beach houses. So shout out to Val for protecting me from all the craziness. It was a lot. It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a fun little time. But family, okay. You want to have like 4 kids, 5?
Yeah, I'd say 3 to 5 kids.
Okay,
we're at what I'm aiming for.
Oh man, well that'll be amazing because you know, y'all find her on LinkedIn. Where's the baby daddy?
Yeah,
come on now.
Honestly,
come on. We need a real good Christian man. What did you say? $1 million liquid?
No, that was a joke. That was a joke.
That was off camera. $1 million liquid.
I was joking.
Leave the money in the car.
Yeah,
I was joking.
In the briefcase. We need $1 million. But nah, all seriously, y'all, find her, go Val. What's the LinkedIn again? Valerie.Bien-Aime. Yeah, stop playing. You know, and find me. Oh, find the Patty Show at Patty Show Podcast. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Tinder, all that stuff. PattySettiati.com/podcast. pattyshow.podbean.com. You know, you can find us at OnlyFans at Patty Show Podcast. I'll get it. Or not. I need to make money out here. LA is expensive. We were looking at the houses earlier.
Oh my god.
Right? Like 4,000, 5,000 just for a couple of bedrooms. Like, it's crazy. So shout out to the big city living out there. For me personally, if I had unlimited money, I'll probably do that cruise, actually. When you said that, the
world cruise?
That sounds crazy.
Right?
I don't know if you all heard of I don't know if it's Japan Airlines or the other Japan Airlines. That's like ANA or something. They have something called Around the World Ticket something. So you book a ticket that can go to multiple stops for like obviously still expensive, like maybe like $10,000 or whatever. But it's like you go every single continent.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
and I think it's all business class too. So it's like, yeah, I really want to do that too. But I feel like if I do business class, I can never go back to yeah, right. Yeah. Okay,
I love that.
that's the thing I'm always worried about. Because shout out to Chase with those points out there traveling. That's how we travel on a budget. But I'm so tempted to like try the business class or imagine first class.
Oh.
You know, for that point, I'm never gonna travel anywhere after that.
Yeah, I'd be ruined.
Yeah, I can't go where economy is. I'll probably think I'm a peasant if I go there again. You know, it's. But I see all these YouTube videos. Everyone's like, "Oh, champagne, caviar." Like, I don't even like that stuff. But just the fact I can do it in the sky.
Yeah.
You know? Comparison to sleep for joy, y'all. That's crazy. But that cruise thing, I have to look into that. Let me see how much to save up for our next excursion.
I'm down.
Because I think also the good part of that is then you have like multiple stops that you're going to, so you kind of know that you're going to be doing multiple things and stuff. And that's what I always love with like solo traveling. Doing the Europe trip was fun. Southeast Asia. Ooh. You did go to Indonesia, right?
Yeah, I went to Bali with my cousin.
Ooh, for a week only though. Come on.
Like a week and a half.
You fell in love though with the flavor.
I did. It was so beautiful. Honestly, I just felt at peace. I felt at home. Something like I was kind of telling my cousin is the kind of environment. It's a little bit like Haiti before all of the chaos. So I really did like feel connected to Bali, and it felt like I was home even though I wasn't home, if that makes sense.
I love that. Well, you're always welcome back, girl.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back. If anyone wants to pay for my ticket, I mean.
Okay.
Unlimited resources. What is it? Minimum $1 million. Minimum $1 million liquid. Okay, liquid. Y'all hear that? Bank account. You can put in a briefcase.
Oh my god!
It doesn't matter what bank account it is. As long as I see all those zeros. How many zeros is that?
6 zeros?
Oh, I'm sorry. She knows already.
Oh my god!
She's ready. She's ready. Hey, 5 kids. You're gonna need a lot of zeros to take care, especially in this economy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Maria. Do you want to have a big family or?
I don't necessarily want to have a big family. I think like 2 or 3 kids is like what I would want, but who knows?
Yeah, you never know. Things change.
Yeah.
You would have a lot of puppies, though, huh? A lot of animals.
A lot of animals. Yes, I want to have a farm actually.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What? Okay.
I actually that's been like one of my dreams, but in Connecticut, it's really hard, especially in Bridgeport. Like, there's not a lot of land out there like that. But
except for our friend Connie, though.
Yes.
Shout out Connie.
Shout out Connie.
Connie, she got a farm.
Actually, one of my dogs is Connie's.
Oh, what?
Well,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Connie, we gotta have you on the show.
Shout out Connie.
I remember she has like the bunnies in the back.
Chickens.
And mind you, if you guys don't know where Stratford is, it's just like a little town. Like it's not, there's not space for all that.
Space for all.
But they figured it out. So shout out to the family, honestly.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a unique time. Good memories, y'all. Yeah, a real fun time.
Do you remember that party at Connie's house?
Her graduation party?
I think so. Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, we usually have a good time.
Really?
Honestly, anytime we all get together, regardless of what it is or where we are, we usually have a good time.
Man, she got me emotional here. I'm going back to the good old days. Flowers again. Thank you again. Thank you, flowers. Nah, but that part exactly, like, y'all don't realize. We OG days. We've known each other for a minute.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years. It feels like 20 years.
Yeah.
But like you said, whether it's like us studying on campus or just chilling in the lounge or just honestly just seeing each other for like 2 minutes before we have to leave, like drive away.
Yeah.
It's always like that warmth and that welcomingness, even though like we don't see each other often. Like I said, I haven't seen you like maybe 2-3 years, maybe.
Yeah, it's been years.
Yeah, and then Val didn't see you for like at least a couple months or something like that.
Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. But it feels like we saw each other yesterday, and hold on to those friends just like that and root for them, wherever distance they are. So I always feel y'all energy. I appreciate you guys.
Same.
Arigato, of course, all that stuff. And continuing on the next talking point, turning passion into purpose. How do your passions align with your values and or faith?
You go first.
Shout out to Dices.
That one.
I needed a minute to think. I don't appreciate you throwing me on the spot.
Sorry, Val.
I don't know. I think so. I'm Roman Catholic, as I'm sure you probably could have seen. But I think there are a few pillars, but one of the pillars is really the idea of community, and the idea of nurturing one another. And I think that kind of comes in when I think about like my desire to be like a mother, to take care of like, my kids, take care of my husband, take care of my household. And yeah, like you think of it like Jesus, you think of the story of Jesus preaching in the fields and, the children coming up to him and the disciples telling them, no, like, you have to leave him be. But he says, no, like, let the children come to me. Like he wants to be with the children. I think that's where I want to be. And yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. But would you ever like adopt then, for example?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine, oh wow, she will have a rowdy house there. That's why we do need
a
a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of beds.
Yes.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well, thanks for sharing, Val.
Yeah.
What we got?
I think for me, it stems from me like growing up as an only child.
Oh,
so like I always wanted that like brother or like sister relationship, but I never really got it. But I got it with like my friends, with like family members, right? Like I just wanted that sense of like community or like to share, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's like where I've been turning my goals in life. Like I just want to help, right? I want to help someone out. I want to make them feel good about themselves. So yeah.
No, that's beautiful. Community, I think that's a really good key word that we honestly forget after like college time and just growing up and just being adults, because we're always like, oh, grind, which you have to do, because like I said, bills need to be paid. Yeah, they need to be paid, so you do have to grind. But there's also sometimes you have to give yourself grace, so to speak. We talked about it on another episode, but that grace and like, I'm not like a pastor, Patty the pastor, not yet, maybe, I don't know, probably not actually. Man, the seminary would, man, I don't know if I can survive that. But yeah, giving yourself grace is honestly a superpower in itself. Just like, because you like providing to other people, but also never forget to provide for yourself and enjoy yourself, man. I think for me personally, I have to remind myself that a lot, because being like, a people pleaser and just working so hard, sometimes you forget about one of the most important people in your life is yourself. The person in the mirror. Like you're with yourself 24/7. Even if you have a husband, wife, girlfriend, dog, they're not with you that long. So you gotta love yourself before you love others, y'all. That's the Patty show right there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Patty.
You know how it is. Thank you. Thanks to the audience. My final talking point, y'all. Sustaining passionate living. Okay. It's all about self-care now, okay? So what self-care practices fuel your passion and energy, like help you recharge? Anything? Does it involve massages or anything like that?
As much as I would love it to be like massages, I think it's really just the simple things. Like sometimes I really just want to lay in bed and like just decompress, like at the end of the night from work. Like, that's really all it takes for me. Or, like, talking about my day, like, it's really just the simple things for me. Like, talking about my day, like, relaxing at the end of the night and watching a TV show. And that's pretty much it for me.
It's the simple things.
Yeah. And I would say I'm kind of, like, the same like Maria. Like, one of my favorite shows is The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. Literally watched it, like, 5 times.
Wait, what's that show? I've never heard of that one.
The Disastrous Life of Psyche K.
Okay, what's that about? Yeah, that's a unique title. That's why. Yeah,
it's a show about a kid who has basically godlike superpowers. He's like a psychic and can do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, all he really wants to do is be left alone.
Wow, fascinating.
So go watch it. It's a great show. Love it. But so like I like to, like Maria said, just like cuddle up in my bed, turn on my iPad, rewatch those episodes.
Yeah.
If I'm not in an anime mood, I really like rewatching sitcoms. Like right now, I'm rewatching Melissa and Joey. I just finished Modern Family.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so just like that's kind of what I do too, to relax, to
recharge a little bit.
Because like with those shows, you don't really have to pay attention, so you can kind of just turn your brain off, and just watch it for what it is. You get some laughs out of it. You're wrapped in your covers, cozy and comfy. It feels like you're embraced.
Yeah. Embrace. Shout out to Embrace. They calling me out. I know. For context, guys, we were catching up. Dating scene LA is ghetto. I talk about it all the time. But I forgot what exactly I said. But all I know is I mentioned how sometimes I just want an embrace. Need an embrace. So I'm glad they're here. I need the embrace. Sorry. I can't believe she just called me out on that. That's why.
Embrace.
I almost forgot about that.
Funny the way you said it.
I know. Yeah, the wording is also funny. Embrace. Yeah, but sometimes you just need that. Physical touch. That's my love language. And $1 million liquid is also my love language. Amen. Come on, stop playing, y'all.
Listen, I share the million with you guys. So come on, don't you guys want me to find this million?
Yeah, okay, so what's the LinkedIn again?
Valerie Bien-Aime.
You guys, we might have to make a Patty Show dating show. Connecting with traveling around the world. Indonesia first. Teasers. Who wants to help sponsor this? Chase, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Or Fairfield University. The alumni network. Give us some money. That'd be a funny idea.
That'd be great.
I'm plotting. We're gonna figure that out eventually. My final question, y'all, to wrap things up. Who or what supports and ignites your passions daily? Anyone you want to shout out there? You want to give some love to? I know you guys have a lot because you guys are amazing. So it makes sense that you guys have a great support system. Anybody in particular?
Yeah, I know. I mentioned earlier my mentor Robbie. She doesn't know she's my mentor. I kind of just look up to her and ask her for advice all the time. But she's been a big factor in trying to find myself and trying to find my passions in life. So shout out Robbie. Thank you so much. And then what does she do for work exactly? What's her position right now? She owns her own practice for physical therapy.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Great lessons.
Yeah. I'll shout out my mom. Love her to death. It's the best. But
love your mom.
Yeah, she's really amazing. And I know I didn't really talk too much about my career or anything, but I do want to shout out my supervisor, PJ Lucky.
My boy PJ. That's all.
He's the assistant dean over at Fairfield Bellarmine. He literally gave me my first job out of college. He connected me to my first job out of grad school, and then he gave me this job again. Literally, he's a great support system. He's honestly always there for me for everything. And then I also want to shout out my other supervisor, Deacon Pat, who is also my mentor now that I'm kind of transitioning out of diversity work into more business work. So they kind of both support me in different capacities, but in ways that are definitely needed.
Well, I'm sure they're grateful for y'all and all these mentors. I'm great that you guys have that acknowledgement because, I feel like that's a super important thing to acknowledge the people that support you, that guide you, that you look up to because, hey, life is too short to not give the flowers, like I said. Thank you again. They're so good at this. I swear to God. I'm gonna have to have you guys do record the soundbite now. But yeah, because life is too short to not give the good energy to people, and we really never know when it's the last day.
Yeah.
I thought after that fishbowl, it was my last day. I thought, and also the pancake challenge, man. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I did this food challenge, pancake, thinking it was easy.
Yeah.
I'm having a fun time, arigato, all this, there's Patty, all this stuff. And I died because it just would not go in anymore.
Yeah, literally, our friend was shoving pancake into his mouth, trying to get him to finish.
Yes.
He had 5 bites left.
Yeah, I was so close. But I couldn't. If I did it, it would have been projectiles everywhere. So
yeah.
Shout out to Shana. Thank you so much for trying to kill me. It was crazy. And the coma after, goodness gracious, I'm never doing a food challenge ever. And yeah, it was crazy. That also was another time. My
next
last day.
episode.
That's the next episode. We'll talk about that eventually. But y'all, do you guys have anything else you want to wrap up? Give some advice to the young people out there trying to find their passions and just travel and live their best lives. Any kind of advice you want to give out there?
The main thing I would say is do not rush. Like, take your own road, like, just because you're seeing other people, like, accomplishing their goals doesn't mean that you have to do it at the same time as them, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, just take your time, please.
Yeah, and I think just be open to different things. I know when I was younger, I thought I had everything figured out. I thought I knew exactly what I was going to do. And kind of when I veered off that path, I freaked out a little bit. But just understanding that's okay. It's okay that what you're doing when you're 18 is not the same thing as what you're doing when you're 25, which isn't the same thing as what you're doing when you're 30. Yeah. So just be open to change and kind of just become a bit adaptable.
Absolutely. I love that. Great advice to both of y'all. I love especially that part about how, like, I think it has to do with like social media and everything, seeing all our friends doing great, and we love that. But everyone has, like you said, a different timeline. Maybe it's not my time to have the house just yet. Maybe it's next week. Amen? Mm-hmm. Amen. Maybe I don't need my baby mama just now. Maybe it's next week. No, I'm kidding. Not yet. That one.
You never know.
Man, maybe I'll find her tonight. We'll never know. We'll see.
Never know.
Remember, OnlyFans is at Patty Show Podcast. I'm kidding.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. We love you. But yeah, that's what it's about, y'all. Thanks for being super inspiring, y'all. Yes. What are y'all socials again?
_ Valerie089 and
then LinkedIn.
And Valerie Bien-Aime.
Valerie Bien-Aime. Maria, what you got?
And my Instagram is Maria R. Marin. Mm-hmm. Marin with 2 A's.
With 2 A's. Well, I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for coming to the Patty Show.
Thank you, Patty.
Thanks for coming to the West Coast. We're going to have fun. This is just the beginning of their journey. Yeah. So we're going to have a fun time. And we're going to end today with a little arigato action. Because your boyfriend's in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Boyfriend in Japan. Shout out to you, my boy. We'll do a little arigato on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Arigato. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of The Patty Show. I hope you had as much fun as I did exploring the crossing point of the 3 P's: passion, pleasure, and positivity. If you want to keep the Patty Party going, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all social platforms at Patty Show Podcast. Share this episode and leave a positive review. PattySetiati.com/podcast, as well as PattyShow.podbean.com have got more of your Patty Show needs. In the meantime, keep passionately pursuing your personal paradise. Arigato.